Peace, family. Let's get to work. Today I want to talk about why I, Brother Derek Muhammad, just me personally, hope that no NFL team picks up our brother Colin Kaepernick. Now I know some of you are looking with your eyebrows all crooked right now and asking yourself the question, why would you not want our brother to be able to play the game of football professionally? Let me first say that I have great love and respect for Colin Kaepernick. I don't know the brother personally, but his spirit radiates as such to where I feel like we have kindred spirits in that we're both willing to put ourselves on the line in order to see our people free. And speaking of the word freedom, right now Kaepernick is what is called a free agent. The operative word is free, but he is a free agent, a free man looking for an owner. You get where I'm going, don't you? If Colin Kaepernick is picked up by an NFL team, number one, that team is going to do any and everything within its power at the onset of him signing that contract to control him at all costs. If and when he gets back on the field, and I don't care if Colin Kaepernick writes an apology letter to every flag-waving, flag-saluting American in this country saying, I'm sorry for not standing for the national anthem, which I don't think he would do. But even if he relented on his strong position, they would still hate him, and he would still be a target for every defense or defensive team on that field. They would try their best to hurt that brother. What am I saying? I'm saying that we're rejoicing because a free man is looking for an owner. And if the free man does not find an owner, we're saying that we're going to boycott the NFL, which I believe we should do anyway. We'll get into that in a minute. But I personally believe that just as Barack Obama will probably be a greater asset to his people, not as the president, but as a free man, I believe that Colin Kaepernick will be a greater asset to us without the restraints being put on him by a team. Now, I know that Colin Kaepernick, matter of fact, let me talk to him. Brother Kaepernick, I know that you love the game of football. And I know, Brother Kaepernick, that it has been your lifelong dream, your lifelong ambition to be a great quarterback in the NFL. And in a lot of ways, you have already achieved that goal. But there's a thing that I call, desire versus destiny. And while it is your desire to continue with your football career, it just might not be your destiny. Your destiny may be wrapped up in the stand that you took, not just for yourself, but for all of us. Another reason that I wouldn't shed a tear if he's not picked up by a football team is because the brother will get the opportunity to preserve his health. I mean, how many black men who once played in the NFL are walking around right now and can't even remember their own middle name from multiple concussions over several games, over several years, over several downs, and the NFL refuses to take any type of responsibility for this type of punishment having been taken by players. I don't wish that on my brother. And me knowing that they're going to do nothing but try to do him harm, I personally will rejoice if he makes it through this quote unquote draft season or whatever you call it, and he ends up a free man. Now, for those of you who wish to boycott the NFL, you need to boycott the NFL anyway. Why? What about the thousands of black men that have been exploited by the NFL, and when they could no longer do what the slave master called run, nigga, run, they just chunked them to the wood pile? You're talking about men who have been playing football since they were 5, 6, 7 years old, played all the way through high school, all the way through college, made it to the pros, and because they suffered an injury or may have dropped a ball on the kick return or something like that, they'll fire you on the spot, send you back home to your mother's house, and because you have no plan B, you thought that football was going to be it for you. Many of those brothers ended up in a life of crime or languishing in prison or on drugs, and the NFL didn't give a damn what happened to those brothers that they used. If you want to boycott the NFL, we got reason to boycott the NFL. How about the fact that 70% of the players in the NFL are black, but how many owners do we have? You have no majority owners at all in the NFL. So if Colin Kaepernick gets a job, he's not going to be working for somebody black. Why? Because for years they've blackballed our millionaires and our billionaires from being in the exclusive club of NFL owners. So yeah, you've got Kirby John Caldwell, who owns a small piece of the Texans. I believe Venus and Serena own a very small piece of the Miami Dolphins. But the National Football League has been and still is and will probably always be controlled by white men. Why should you boycott the NFL? How about the fact that you have millions of young boys running around here believing that that's going to be their quote unquote ticket out of the ghetto, when less than 1% of our boys even have a chance at making it to the NFL? Why do they want to be NFL players? It's not just because they see brothers who play ball riding around in Rolls Royces and things of that nature. They want to be in the NFL because every time they walk in the house during football season, that's what's on the television. And sometimes we as parents, we don't even praise our own children, but we'll stand and clap for Russell Wilson or whatever his name is that plays for the Seahawks, or Richard Sherman, or the brother who plays for the Dallas Cowboys, Brother Easy. Oh, we stand and applaud them. So we applaud football players and don't even pay attention to our own children. So what do our children do? Our young boys will say, man, if that's what pleases my father and my mother, I want to go and be that. Let me go and be that. But it's slim pickings for them. So let's boycott the NFL for our youth and show them that we have more discipline than we have been displaying, and that we can turn off the football game and turn on a chess match or something of that nature. Why should you boycott the NFL? Because the NFL has been racist from the jump. I mean, look at Ben Roethlisberger, Mr. Rapist himself. But they've still found a way to sanitize him and make him the darling of the NFL. But Michael Vick is a pariah because he fought dogs? Come on now. So as long as brother Colin Kaepernick has made wise investments and is financially secure and is able to feed his family and create a future for himself, I say to hell with the NFL. And I don't think that we as a community should base whether we should boycott the NFL on whether or not they give a free black man a job. What the hell are we talking about? What happened to the independence that we're talking about establishing? What happened to buying black? What happened to us talking about establishing our own? Hell no. I hope the brother ends up not getting drafted by one of these teams at all. Or should I say picked up by one of these teams at all. And when it's all said and done, be who you were born to be, Brother Kaepernick. You were born to be a freedom fighter. You were born to be a voice for the voiceless. You were born to be one who speaks for those who can't speak for themselves. Go on to your destiny, brother. Sometimes we mistaken our platform for our purpose. Playing football is not your purpose, my brother. That was just your platform. And if they take the platform from underneath you, you know what? It's too late. Because what you've already done has gone down in history, and they can never take that away from you. You hold your head up, brother. You stick your chest out. You walk proud, and you keep fighting for your people. And that's all I got to say about that.